Hello, and welcome to Stage, Screen, and In Between. I'm Madam Vera. Helen is all tied up today, but I am with the Best Actor award-winning guy, Joseph A. Halsey, and he won for his movie. What was the movie?
Junkie Heaven. It's actually a short.
Junkie Heaven. It's a short, and doesn't he look handsome? You look fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you, Madam Vera. You look lovely yourself. I love the pink, the fedora, everything's gorgeous.
A lot better than you looked in the movie. Well, you know, the subject matter was difficult, but it was a fabulous movie on so many levels. It did deal with a heroin addict and what he goes through, and a deal that the devil wants to make with you, correct?
Correct. Yes, very true. You know, the film is less about being a heroin addict and more about this journey that he's taking, which when I initially signed on with Lee Kalinsky and Steve Sage to do this, that's what sparked my interest about doing this film. It's because it wasn't really necessarily going to show you how we act as junkies and live as junkies. It was this whole supernatural story that this junkie goes through. So for me, that was a lot more appealing than just doing a film about a junkie.
And I wanted to ask you, don't you think that it might be inspirational for someone that does have a drug problem, because it's almost how to redeem yourself and get another chance? Isn't that part of it?
Yeah, the sub-story, the underlying story is about redemption, is about, you know, coming through and getting over this. So yeah, I mean, I think people can relate to this on many ways. It's not just about heroin, but it's also about fighting whatever demons you have. So you can translate the heroin into anything, actually.
True. So then, it was really a lot for you to look like that. It starts out with a pretty graphic scene, and I know that as an actor, you have to have a lot of things in your mind to portray it accurately. So was it a downer? Did you come home at the end of the day and say, wow, I'm bummed out? Or, you know, what were your feelings about that?
Well, for me, I have to thank my NutriBullet, because that helped me get down to 143 pounds.
Well, you look great. You did the NutriBullet. Yeah. It works. What do you put in there? Veggies?
Oh yeah, it was a strict vegan diet, and you know, you had to cut the weight. I didn't feel comfortable not looking the typical heroin junkie type character. But as far as the downers go, you know, yeah, the scenes were intense, but you know, fortunately for me, I was trained that you walk out of that after you're done. Yeah. You know, it's like anything else. When you're done with the moment, move on. Right. And I worked with some amazing people on this film. I know. You worked with Sal Rendino, and it was written by Lee Kalinsky and directed by Steve Sage. Well, the best of luck. You've had so many films lately. Yes. And because you're just so good, and we want to see more of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy the festival, dear. I will.
Okay, darling.
So nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
I'm Helen. Actually, today I'm Madam Vera from Stage, Screen, and In Between with Helen.
Okay.
And I'm here with...
How do I address you? Is Helen or Madam Vera?
Madam Vera for today.
Madam Vera today.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I'm here with John Amos at the Long Island International Film Expo, and he's receiving the very well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, I just heard you speaking about your charity, and I'm very interested in that. Did you mention it had something to do with teaching children how to sail?
Absolutely. Haley's Comet Foundation, our mission statement is based on knowing that we can take that child who's at risk, put he or she on board our boat, and teach them how to sail, how to become part of an active crew, teach them how to appreciate the importance of preserving the integrity of the oceans, the creatures that live in it, but on a very, very important note, teach that child about the possibilities that exist career-wise in the maritime industry. Because so many young men and women, we live in a coastal state, New Jersey, don't know about jobs that exist in the maritime industry, careers, not just jobs.
Now, how did you get involved with the maritime and the water and the ocean? You sail yourself then, I would imagine. How did that begin?
Well, as a kid, I used to take my mom to Branchbrook Park in Newark, New Jersey, and rent a rowboat, and it was always my dream to get a boat and sail her around the world. So as I got older and the opportunities presented themselves, I began to work with the Coast Guard. I'm an honorary Master Chief Petty Officer in the Coast Guard and also an honorary Master Chief Petty Officer in the United States Navy. So my sailing experience, while not terribly extensive, I have sailed a 68-foot gaff rig catch down the coast of California to Mexico and beyond. And it's my intentions to get some other young people on board to experience that and to learn about the importance of preserving the integrity of the oceans, learn how to sail.
You seem like you love it so much. It's got to be a toss-up between that and acting. Where do you find the time to do it all?
I got to find time to sail because that's totally enjoyment. Acting is my profession, but sailing is that's my preference.
What would you tell your teenage self if you had to go back? Is there anything at all that you would do differently?
Yeah, I'd say don't think that you're the most important thing on the movie set when you go to a movie. Just realize you're part of an ensemble, work with the crew, work with the rest of your cast, and enjoy yourself, because it's a blessing to be an actor, to be able to tell stories and get paid for it. So how can a kid from Jersey who's worked at the Ford Motor Company in the assembly line, how can he not appreciate the position he's in now, right?
So be a team player. And quickly, before everybody kills me, because we're having a really great conversation here, tell me, what was your first break?
Well, the first break I got, I guess, really was when Hank Stram, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, told me when I was trying out to play professional football, he said, "You're not a football player. You're a young man that happens to be playing football." But I just saw the team react to this poem that you read them called "The Turk," and you got to stay in ovation. These guys are even asking, "Did I keep you on the team?" I can't do that because we've got a quota to meet. But by the same token, I think you've got another calling. So forget about football, concentrate on acting and performing, and I think you'll be all right. So far, so good.
Good advice. Yeah. And the best of luck to you, and my sincere congratulations.
God bless. Thank you so much.
Bless you.